Well, we often talk about new scams targeting your wallet and your safety, and today more help is coming to help you recognize and prevent scams. The Chatham County Police Department is hosting a free financial crime and fraud seminar tonight at 6:30 at Bible Baptist Church, and I spoke with CCPD Chief Jeff Hadley about the event and the financial crimes that his department has been seeing. Here's an extended look at our conversation. Well, Chief, appreciate you sitting down with us today to talk about this upcoming fraud and scam prevention seminar. First off, tell me a little bit about this event coming up on Thursday and what it is.
Well, this is an idea generated out of our crime meetings, and seeing the amount of scams that we're coming across our weekly activity reports, and really kind of realizing that, wow, this has and is becoming a significant problem in Chatham County. And thinking, it's our obligation to inform the public of things that are going to adversely affect them from a criminal perspective. It's not always, guns and, burglaries and things of that nature, but imagine how impactful someone getting scammed out of thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, how that impacts their lives, how it impacts their families, their self-esteem, all kinds of aspects that go along that. So I felt we had an obligation to inform people of how to prevent that, because many of these victims, there are some that are quite elderly, but there's also people that aren't, that are smart, successful, and anybody can fall victim to people that are very skilled and very good at scamming people. The scams are elaborate. They're convincing, and they use a lot of tactics to keep people kind of dialed into their kind of fingers, and to get into people's bank accounts and scam them. So we felt a professional obligation to put this information out there so people can protect themselves from being scammed.
And Chief, is this a problem that's becoming more common? Is this something your officers are seeing more often now?
Yeah, yes it is. I think the number of incidents and the dollar signs, this isn't, somebody somehow got into your credit card and charged $33 out in California, and you really don't even know how that happened, and you're able to get that money back through your, fraud protection on your credit card. We're talking, we had a recent case where over $500,000 was scammed from an elderly lady here in Chatham County. Fortunately, we were able to make an arrest, and that investigation is ongoing. And so seeing, the proliferation of that week in and week out on our crime activity reports, and as we discuss them in our crime meetings, again, we felt it was an obligation to do this. So.
I don't know, why do you think this is becoming more of a problem?
Sure. Well, I mean, you bring up, there's absolutely a technology component to it. In some of the scams where people get an alert, come across their screen, or an email that comes to their email address, warning them of their bank account has been compromised, you need to click here, you need to call this number. And then that's where people get them on the line and get them on the hook. You need to take all your money out of your account so no more money gets taken. You need to put it here. You need to transfer it into Bitcoin, and then take that Bitcoin and deposit it into this bank account, and we're going to protect it from you. And it's as elaborate as, it's coming from a seemingly legit email address, Wells Fargo, could be any number of banks. I don't want to necessarily single them out. And these people believe that they've been scammed already, and they're trying to protect their assets, but what they're unwittingly moving those assets into a place that's not secure, and then they're gone instantaneously.
Gotcha. So it's really a whole gamut of different tactics. It's not just the traditional email that you think of from the early 90s.
Phone calls, text messages. I mean, any number of us may get a text. I've gotten them. One would be you owe a toll. You went through a toll where your license plate was flagged, and you owe, this. Well, I haven't been in that state, or your license is going to get suspended, or your tags, things of that nature. Another one is where someone will call you and portray themselves calling from the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. You have a warrant for your arrest, or you failed to show up for jury duty. That's one that's fairly common. Now there's a warrant for your arrest, but you can take care of this warrant if you pay this fine. If not, we're going to come arrest you right now. And so people believe that. Well, I didn't get a subpoena, and I didn't do this, and they're going back through their mind, and they're keeping them on the phone. And this needs to be taken care of instantaneously. We're going to come to your work. And they, with the internet, I can find out things about you. You can find out things about me. I mean, it's not hard. It's not easy to hide anymore, based on a variety of reasons. And folks send money, thinking that, oh, I must have missed something. It was an oversight on my part. I'm going to send you $500. But the thing is, and what we would tell people, and what we will tell people, in that instance, no sheriff's office is going to call you and have you send money over the phone. That's not how that works. So we would, and as we will tomorrow night, implore upon people is if you have to ask yourself a question, is this for real? It probably isn't. And you need to go to, if they're telling you they're from the sheriff's office, you need to go there yourself. If they're telling you that they're from Wells Fargo, you need to go to a brick and mortar bank. You need to go into a teller that you often see, a bank manager, and say, hey, I got this phone call, this is happening. You do not transfer money in any way, shape, form, or fashion via a gift card, via a Bitcoin, via any reason whatsoever, because that's how people, that's how the scam begins, and you can be very vulnerable and you can lose a lot of money.
It's kind of my last question I had for you. Any other advice for residents just staying vigilant? I imagine a lot of this will be talked about at the seminar.
Yeah, absolutely educate yourself on how you can protect yourself from frauds that are out there. Pay attention. Talk to your bank. Talk to your banking institutions. What protections do they have? If you need to call someone and say, hey, let's just say, if, for example, my account was hacked, what is your process? How would you, what would you do that? How would you protect me? How would you contact me? What should I do? So you know firsthand and specifically what their protocols are. So if you were to get contacted in another way, someone portraying themselves from your banking institution and they're not following that protocol, hang up the phone, and go to your bank immediately. Protect yourself.
That's really all the questions I had for you for this story. Anything else you'd like to touch on when it comes to scam prevention?
I know I've kind of hit on elderly folks can be vulnerable to these type of scams. If you are a caretaker of a parent or a loved one that's elderly and you're looking after their finances from time to time, or pay attention to their bank account. Look for large withdrawals. Look for activity that is not usual. Generally, folks of a certain age are going to be very routine in how they spend their money, and you need to pay attention and have that conversation with them around protecting themselves.
And the Scam Prevention Seminar is tonight at 6:30. It'll be held at the Bible Baptist Church. The Chatham County Police Department will share some more tips to keep you and your wallet safe, and the event is free and open to the public.